Almost everyone makes this mistake while cooking moringa and loses all the superpowers of this super vegetable. So, watch the video till the end so that you don't make this grievous mistake, and subscribe to our channel because there is so much more that I want to talk with you about. So let's get cooking. Here I have with me 4 cups of moringa pods, that is about a kg of moringa pods. These are basically moringa flower buds that have not yet turned into flowers. You might not find it easily in the supermarket. I have them because I have my own tree. You can make this dish even with the leaves. In fact, every part of moringa has its own benefits. Moringa has been found to decrease both the spiking blood sugar levels as well as the cholesterol levels. This is because it has something called chlorogenic acid in it. And in fact, they fed 1.5 spoonfuls of moringa to women, and they found that is just about 7 grams, and they found that there was a 13% reduction in their blood sugar levels. Now it is your choice if you want to control your sugar levels or diabetes by injecting insulin into yourself, or do you want to control it by eating delicious moringa dishes. In any case, the first step of preparing your moringa dish is to soak your moringa pods for about 2 hours. In this way, any dirt will settle at the bottom and any critters will float on the top. Along with your moringa pods, you also need to soak chana dal or tur dal. I am taking 2 tablespoons of dal and soaking it in water. 2 tablespoons of dal has about 2.6 grams of net carbs. That is for the keto diet followers and the diet conscious people. Also, you need to soak 2 tablespoons of mash dal or urad dal. Soaking the lentils for 2 hours or more is necessary because they have something called anti-nutrients in them which block the absorption of nutrients. Soaking them decreases the levels of these anti-nutrients. So, after soaking them in water for 2 hours, we'll come back to you. After 2 hours of soaking, you need to add half a cup of first cold pressed mustard oil, also called kachi ghani ka tel. You can add any other oil you have. Just see that your oil is heated up. You can place your hand on the top and feel the heat, or you can hear the crackling sounds also. Now add all these spices in your heated up oil. 1 tablespoon coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon zira or cumin, 1 tablespoon fenugreek seeds, 1 tablespoon of mustard seeds, and 5 curry leaves. You can find all these spices in a good Indian store. Once you hear the crackling sound of your spices and you can smell the beautiful spicy aroma in your kitchen, add your 2 tablespoons of soaked chana dal as well as the 2 tablespoons of soaked urad dal. Be very careful because these are soaked and they might turn into oil bomb and splutter around. Now add 1 cup of onions, 1 cup of tomatoes, and you can add more if you want because the tomatoes will lend the sweet taste to this dish. Now you have to be very patient. You have to cook this masala for about 5 to 10 minutes on medium high flame. This is the pinnacle of Indian or Pakistani cooking because if your masala is roasted right, your vegetable or lentils will taste better than any meat. Once you see the oil separating, that means your masala is done. Now remove it from the flame, let it cool down and put another pan. You can also take a kadai or any other big utensil big enough to boil all of your moringa pods in it. Add a glass of water and all of your soaked moringa pods in it. Add a teaspoon of salt also. See, while making or cooking vegetables, you have to add flavor at every step of cooking, even boiling. As you can see, I am not boiling my moringa pods in a large quantity of water, just enough so that the pods become tender. Now cover it with the lid and boil it for about 20 minutes or till they are tender. If you feel the water is less, add a bit more. If it is more, make a runny curry. But please do not boil your moringa pods in excess water and then drain it like so. See this, moringa is a super vegetable. It has 7 times more vitamin C as compared to oranges, 4 times more vitamin A as compared to carrots, 13 times more vitamin A as compared to spinach, 4 times more vitamin B as compared to meat, and 50 times more B2 vitamins as compared to sardines. It is a superfood. It has many vitamins, minerals. It is rich. But if you drain all the water, firstly, all the water soluble vitamins, B vitamin, C vitamins, they are down the drain. And as for rest of the nutrients, you will only be getting pennies out of $1 million account. Sadly, though, traditionally moringa is boiled in excess of water and then the excess water is just drained off. This is murder of moringa. But God bless my Indian friend Anita, who pointed out that they make the moringa curry always with water in it. They never drain the excess water. They add sweet flavoring agents like coconut to their curry so that their curry smells and tastes great. And this is what we will be doing today. If you want to boil your moringa in excess water, just please don't drain the water down the drain. It is an elixir for those with diabetes, high cholesterol, weight problems, and even autoimmune diseases. And do share this video out in the world so that the people know how to get the superpowers from this super vegetable. Coming back to our moringa curry, the masala that we left to cool down must have cooled down by now. Put it in a blender jug and blend it into a smooth paste. Check your moringa pods. If they are tender, just press them with your fingers, and if they press, they're good to go. Now add the smoothly blended masala paste in it and add a can of coconut cream. Make sure the can you're using is BPA free, otherwise use freshly grated coconut. Now add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoonful of green chili paste. This is up to your taste. If you want to decrease or increase, it is your choice. It would be the best if you taste it. Just let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes and then you can add either fish flakes, just like I am adding a cup of fish flakes, or you can also add minced meat as per your choice. Since I used already cooked fish flakes, my dish is almost done. Just dish it out into a beautiful dish, serve it hot with gluten-free or keto-friendly naan or roti, whatever you like. In fact, this is a complete meal on its own too. You can have it with spoon, but before serving, make sure that you top it with some greens. I am garnishing with some fresh coriander leaves and green onions to enhance the aroma and the look of my dish. Not that it needs it, but believe me, once you make this curry, you will be addicted to it. Over the years, I have tasted moringa in many ways. I've used a bitter powder just because of its health benefits. In fact, all the researches I'm talking about, you'll find the links to it in the description box below. I'll show you how it looks with my gram flour or besan roti. As you can see, you can only look at it. It tastes great. You need to make it to know how wonderful this vegetable is, and read the researches that I have shared to know how beneficial it is for you. So in the comment section below, do let us know if you make this curry. Take care, stay healthy, and till the next time, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.